Hi, welcome back to another PocketSite tutorial. In this tutorial I want to talk about custom domain mapping. What that essentially means is that your PocketSite allows you to map your own domain to your website. This requires a little bit of configuration both on your website and on the host where you purchased your domain name from, but it is something that you may like to do. So in the example I'm going to use here, at the moment I'm logged into the Familiar dashboard and I'm logged into a demonstration site. This one is called bluesite.pocketsite.co.uk. So when you first create your site, it will actually be called whatever you titled it within the sign up process as your site name, and it will have .pocketsite.uk.co.uk after it. What you may want to do is actually to map onto that a custom domain, business domain that you've got. As an example with this one, we may like to map onto it something like wimslowcbt.co.uk. And that's perfectly possible to do that with PocketSite. As I say, it just involves a little bit of configuration to achieve it. So what would happen is, instead of accessing your site through bluesite.pocketsite.co.uk, you would simply access it through wimslowcbt.co.uk. So in order to achieve that, from the dashboard menu, you would go to Account, and once in the account screen you'll see this option here, Custom Domain. And as you can see, this one has already been configured with the domain name that we want to use, which is wimslowcbt.co.uk, which is a domain that I've purchased through another hosting company, and that is going to be mapped on to our Blue site here. So all you would do is type in the domain that you want to use and click Set Custom Domain. And that's it. That's all the configuration you would need to do on the PocketSite side of things. The work that you would need to do with the company that you actually brought the domain name from, you would need to go to that particular website and log into your account, and you would need to make what are known as DNS changes. And that simply means that you're creating a new A record, which is detailed here. You want to point it to an IP address of this IP address here, and also create a CNAME record that points to this web address here. Now, obviously that sounds quite technical if you're not familiar with DNS records, but I can assure you that hosting companies are very familiar with making these types of changes. So if you're unsure about it, what I would actually recommend is simply logging a support ticket with your hosting company and just ask them if they can make these changes for them. So just tell them this is the domain name that you've purchased and you want some DNS records set up as per the following details here, and they will be able to make those changes for you. It can take up to 48 to 72 hours for the changes to kind of replicate around the internet, but once the changes have set in, you will find that we'll be able to access your website through your custom domain, whatever it is you've actually selected to use. If you're struggling with it and your hosting company just isn't being that helpful, then please just drop me an email and I'm more than happy to help out and get that set up for you. As I say, hosting companies are very familiar with doing it, so it shouldn't be too much trouble for them to do it, but you may find that you're having some technical difficulties and you just need a bit more support. In that case, as I say, just drop me an email on it. So if we now go to wimslowcbt.co.uk, then you can see it's bringing up the Blue website. And if I actually try to type in bluesite.co.uk, pocketsite.co.uk, hit return, it will just redirect to wimslowcbt.co.uk. And that's the mapping all set up. So it's now mapping that domain onto your PocketSite name. Okay, that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks very much. Bye.